What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Angry Jackalope, Rob Ricks. It's Saturday. I'm in a shitty ass mood. I'll fucking preface everything with that. Grumper. And I have things to share and things to talk about and whatnot. Yeah, I'm grumpy. So I'm going to let everybody kind of trickle on in because, normally I do the whole intro and all that jazz. And I'm just going to pop a soda. What's up, Yak? What's up, Corley? Cheers, folks. She's a part of me wants to get fucking stinking drunk tonight. Really? I mean, wants to just grab my fucking meow and just get fucking blitzed. Get blitzkrieg with my, what do I have here? With my Jameson Black Barrel. Just the good shit. I don't know if I'm gonna fucking get blitzed. I mean, I'm already drinking my lovely poison water. My poison of choice is the soda. I like the soda. I like the soda. I like the soda, motherfuckers. All right. Let's see here. Oh, fuck. I was in the ER in Gainesville till Monday. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. I hope she gets better, but this just kind of... Oh. Might help if I put the fucking microphone in front of me, right? So you guys actually fucking hear me. Rookie in the house. The fuck is that? Who the fuck is honking outside my fucking house with a big ass truck? Okay, anyway. Sin's driving, just had dinner, nice. Oh, here's the big ass truck. What the fuck is that? Okay. Why would that be in my neighborhood? Shit looks like a fucking tank. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Lyra? Simicon, what's going on? Magic! Oh my fuck! Holy shit! Backwoods! Garen, Yak. Fucking A, people. Blade Jockey. Yeah, I have it right here. I got two of them right here. And I got this right here, too. I got stuff nearby in case anything stupid happens, but fuck, what good it would be against a tank. A fucking tank. I don't know why. Anyway, it looked like a tank, but I think it's just a weird bulldozer or one of those fucking dirt movers. Massive dirt mover. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, let's start off with some shit. We'll just start talking. First and foremost, Garrett has a dream to tell me about. Well, please do. I was in a town, found a cat with a litter of kittens, and one of them was a calico with every color of the rainbow. The videos I've seen from Blade so far, I'm not impressed at all. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to go to Blade, but not to see Blades or anything. I wanted to go to Blade because I realized if I want a Peter Kohler Blade, that is the only fucking place I'm going to be able to get my hands on one. Especially since Leo at Irish Zombie Nations won't give me his. I was like, dude, give me yours. You know? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, give me your fucking blade, dude. He's all, no. I'm like, fucker. Went and saw Godzilla. So disappointed. So disappointed. So many of my fellow Godzilla lovers gave it such fucking praise. And it's a hunk of shit. It is a complete hunk of shit. I was so pissed. Now every part that had Godzilla in it was beautiful, was great, was awesome. Loved it. The I don't know. All the parts with the humans, I just want to kill myself. I was like, this is complete bullshit. It's fucking retarded. It is just garbage. John Wick 3 was fucking amazing. Somebody told me on the internet, on the YouTube somewhere, they did this thing that said the whole universe of John Wick is the new Matrix. And supposedly they draw all these amazing analogies and conclusions that made me go, oh, just the guy telling me about it. I was like, oh, fuck, I can see that. So, yeah, I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking, I gotta find that video. It's on my list. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna find the one that talks about John Wick and the Matrix. And I'm like, oh, fucking Morpheus is in it too. That's fucking crazy. You know what? I'm not even mad at you, Simicom. I kind of agree with that. That was a lot more entertaining, even though it didn't look like the right Godzilla. That was probably, I would watch that on repeat for 24 hours straight than watch this new Godzilla ever again. That's how pissed I am about it. It's just fucking shit. You know, and I'm like, oh, we're going to talk the ecological thing about the humans being the things that's, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Propaganda. I even was stretching so hard to make this movie good that I was trying to force religious, pieces into it, because they had parts there you knew they were throwing religious iconography in that shit, and I was like, fuck. Just all the people, like, it's 2 hours long. If you took the monster scenes, because there was probably a good 35-40 minutes of monster scenes, really good monster scenes, and then you take the pivotal human scenes with no context. Just, fuck it. Humans doing what they're fucking doing to just move the plot along a little bit. And then cut all that shit out. And make a fucking 40-minute Godzilla movie. I guarantee you would enjoy that shit a million times more. I mean, and it's not like they didn't have competent actors. They had competent actors. They had, Tyrion Lannister's daddy in there, and he played just a bullshit fucking role. And then you got the girl from Stranger Things. And she kind of had a little bit of an important role, but still was bullshit. And then you had Dad running around basically giving orders to everybody, and he was like the genius smart guy that out fucking shown everybody, and you're just like, and then the most egregious thing ever. Okay, riddle me this. This is not even a spoiler for you guys, but this is a bomb that they had inside the movie. So they had a bomb in the movie that absorbed oxygen. Okay? That's its job, was to suck all of the oxygen out of a 2 square mile area. Okay, so let that sink in for a second. Something that takes all of the oxygen out of it. And they drop it in the ocean. And one of the things you see are fish bobbing up. All these dead fish. And I'm like, oh my fucking hell. You could have just said it was a modified mother of all bombs. And the concussive force alone is what caused all of the fish to float up. But anyway, John Wick 3 was awesome. That shit, and it was funny. They had so many fucking great scenes. I mean, assassin fanboys. I mean, it was just good. John Wick was good. Holly Berry. Oh, I'm in love with her. I want two German shepherds now. I want her German shepherds. Oh my God. I want her to have her own fucking show. They need to spin off her show and let John Wick and her do their things on their own shows, and then come together every so often, because the two of those together, ooh, the symphony of destruction that they fucking created was, oh man, I had a hard on. I was watching them tear shit up, and I was aroused. And that was a perfect moment for you to pop in there, Bronx, right? When I was talking about Holly Berry and them just getting me all excited. Whew. The German shepherds and her, though. My fucking God. Oh. Okay, so Garen says, did you see the D-Dad? The D-Dad. Don't know. I'm not sure. So yeah, so that kind of, John Wick was awesome, and I'm really happy I saw that. And like, that's a show. Oh, did I see the D-Day ceremony from Normandy? Nope, I did not. Because, you know what? I've been kind of checking out from reality around me just because I'm so fed up. I'm so tired of all the... I had a joke that I said out loud, and I don't know. Like, people are just... They're getting so... People are just getting so retarded. Like, I would be very happy if certain oxygen bombs went off in deeply, densely populated areas filled with this stupidity, because I am just so tired of hearing people just blah 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 blah. It's like, you know what? So here's the thing. So we're in Gay Pride Month, and I'm sure this might get me banned, but I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care. What I don't get is this, guys. I don't care if you're gay. I really don't. I support rights for every single man, woman, and child on this fucking planet. I don't really care that you take dick in your ass, that you suck a cock. I really don't give a shit. And to be honest, I really don't even want to see it or know about it. That's your personal business. I don't walk around with a shirt saying I eat pussy like a champ. I think it's offensive. I think it's uncalled for, and I don't think it's necessary. And for people that are getting discriminated off their sexuality, guess what? You're getting discriminated off your sexuality because you're broadcasting it. You're broadcasting it. You know what I mean? Now, I get it. I get you go to a company function and you go with your boyfriend, and then the boss sees it, and then after he sees it, he starts to treat you like shit. I think that's fucked up. And I think that's uncalled for, and there should be protections in place to keep people safe from that, because that's the same thing like if a white woman went to a thing and she brought her black boyfriend, and motherfuckers treat her badly because she's dating a black person. So again, that's discrimination. So I think where there's discrimination and things like that, it should be nipped in the bud and should be punished. But I don't think vulgar bad behavior should be punished. Encouraged. I don't think it should be like celebrated and fostered. And it's like, it drives me nuts. I have people that will get mad at me because I'm like, yeah, this whole outwardly gay shit really fucking irritates me, and it just bugs me. I was in the mall the other day, and I swear I've never seen so many fucking fags in my life. I was like, is this a fucking gay convention in here? And yeah, I said fag. I really don't give a fuck. Is that a derogatory statement? Yes. Why am I saying it? Because they were irritating me. They were fucking pissing me off. And so they're sitting there and had two gay dudes and one straight dude. And I know it was a straight dude because the two gay dudes were basically harassing this poor fucker. And they were all friends. I knew they were friends. Because, you know, guys get together, guys do fucked up things to each other. That's just what we do. That's guy code. We do that shit. Well, I guess for the gay and straight guy friends, it's the same thing. It's just more cringy, right? So one dude reaches over him, puts his hand on his chest, reaches and starts rubbing his nipple. And the guy's like, dude, fucking stop that shit, right? And he turns and he's like, dude, seriously? You gotta do that shit? The other guy reaches down and grabs his fucking dick. Now, this is a fully fucking packed food court. People are eating. And I'm like, okay, let's change the dynamics now. I'm with two girls, right? I reach over and I grab the girl's tit and rub her nipple. She's like, stop, right? And she turns and my friend reaches down and grabs her by the pussy. You see my point? It's bullshit. This whole fucking gay agenda bullshit is fucking dumb. I want to make a bunch of shirts that say straight and proud, right? But guess what? The minute I wear that, oh, I'm being a bigot. Oh, I'm being intolerable. I'm intolerant, right? And I'm like, okay, so let me get this straight. You can walk around and say fags do it better, or, you know, gay does it, gay is great and gay is better. But if I say straight is right and straight is great, then I'm in the wrong. I mean, that's the fucking bullshit we live in. And I'm tired of it. I really am fucking tired. Like, I wanted to make a shirt that said, I'm straight edge, and it had like a razor blade slitting some dude's fucking throat. You know what I mean? Now I'll be like, oh, I'll be the first to admit that is some offensive fucking shit, but that's the mood I was in, because everywhere I was looking was gay. Now here's the thing. Homosexuality, by its definition, means there's no procreation of that particular, you know, gay gene, if they want to call it a gay gene. So how is it proliferating? How is it spreading? It is not a prominent gene. It is against the creation of life. Gays cannot create life because you require a man and a woman fucking to create life. So two dudes fucking each other is not going to make life, and two women fucking each other are not going to make life. So why is it now we're seeing this huge explosion of this homosexual thing? Now, what I will concede to and admit is human beings, by their very nature, are horny animals. And in the event that they can't get the desired sexual gratification from what they normally want, they will go to a secondary thing, or they will self-gratify. That's just, I mean, fuck. You got a lot of guys in prison fucking each other in the ass, and they're not necessarily gay. They're just fucking horny dudes, right? So, you know, it's this thing where it's like, okay, let's just foster, you know, wanton behavior of let's just fuck. And we're seeing that too. People aren't dating anymore. They're hitting these fucking little apps on their phone, seeing who's close by, willing, you know, DTF, down to fuck. And that bothers me too. Like, all of the cornerstones of normal coupling, the things that are vital to create lasting relationships, are being tossed to the wayside. The value of marriage is being ridiculed. And granted, I'll be the first to admit, marriage is one of the hardest fucking things to maintain and keep good, because relationships in of themselves is probably the hardest fucking job you'll ever have in your life. Period. End of discussion. My relationships with my children are infinitely easier than my relationship with my wife, just because my relationship with my wife comes down to a fundamental choice. Do I want to be with her? My children, the relationship with a child is much more involved, because you have a obligation to the life that you had a part of bringing into existence. And if you don't honor that obligation and you're like, fuck it, I don't give a shit or whatever, that's on you. But let's suffice to say, you're not going to have as much respect from me as a person who is really putting time in and sacrificing for their child or children. So, but again, we're seeing all of this shit changing. What's up, Garen? What's your question? Congolingus like a pro. That just means you're a giver, Backwoods. That just means you're a giver. You're a good guy. Um, oh yeah, that's fucking great. It's that just her and the dogs, man. That was just the greatest. Um, any word about the flag patches? Yeah, I'm broke. I can't afford them. That's the other thing that's got me fucking pissed off. You know, I'm trying to do things to raise money. I'm trying to not ask people for money. I'm trying not to do Kickstarters. I'm trying not to do any of that stuff. I'm trying to earn shit the old-fashioned way by commerce, by creating something of value for somebody else, and then seeing if I can generate the money that way. Because I'm fucking broke. I'm so broke. I'm so aggroed right now. Um, to be honest, there's times I just jokingly say, fuck, I'll go rob a bank. But I already know I got one of those faces that just stands out and people would recognize me in a heartbeat. Yeah, that's Rob Ricks. He stole your fucking money. Because it's just, you try to do things legit, you try to do things honestly, and you get fucked. Every fucking time. I'm getting fucked by the IRS. I'm getting fucked by just everything. Every fucking thing. I had a credit card thing. I have a budget. I set up everything. I have reminders set in place. I fucking paid that shit, and then the next month they fucking upped the due date by like 2 days. So then when I went in, I was late, and so I call them up. I said, "Man, my shit's supposed to be the 27th of every fucking month. Why the fuck is you doing it on the 25th? Whatever." And the guy's like, "Yeah, I really don't know, sir. I don't know what to tell you." I'm like, "Okay, well, fucking take off that fucking fee. I'm working really hard to pay these fucking credit cards, and I have a thing that's set up." "Well, you can do auto pay." "No, I can't do auto pay because sometimes I don't know if I'll have the fucking money. So I kind of need to just wait until I have the money to make sure I fucking make a payment," which was another fucking thing. My water got shut off beginning of the fucking week, and it pissed me off because my boss paid me. It fell on a Saturday. I deposited on a fucking Saturday. Now it takes one business day to process. Monday comes, money's not available. Tuesday comes. I paid a water bill on Tuesday. It was due on Monday, and they issued like a shut-off thing. But that Tuesday early morning, which was like midnight on Monday, I don't see it in the system. I don't see any $100 turn-on fee or anything else. I just see the fucking water bill. So I pay the fucking water bill. I think everything's great. Well, the next day, here's the wife getting ready to get ready for work. She's going to go try to shower. No water. I'm like, fuck. Are you fucking serious? I call these cocksuckers up. I said, look, and I try to explain to them, look, I got paid on this day, the 1st. It was a fucking Saturday. I deposited it. It takes a business day for it to go. And the bitch was like, "It's not my fucking problem." I'm like, Well, hell. So here's my wife all pissed off at me, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? I didn't have the fucking money to pay it. Is what it is. Corley says a gay guy stuck his hand down my girl's shirt and grabbed her tit. Says he's gay, so it doesn't matter. And I broke his nose. That really had me pissed off. Good for you. The man puts his hand. Fuck. Anybody puts their hand on your fucking woman. She didn't give him fucking permission. Good. You gave what's called ramifications for his actions. I would hope after a broken nose, some bitch wouldn't feel brazen enough to grab another titty again. I knew a lot of dudes that acted like they were gay to fuck bitches. I knew a lot of them. They'd go to fucking gay clubs, and the girls would go to the gay clubs thinking, oh, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. And they get drunk, they both get fucking horny, and he fucked the hell out of her, and she's thinking, oh, I'm turning the guy back from gay to straight. No. You just found a dude that was horny, had a trick, he figured out how to trick your dumb ass, and letting him throw dick in you. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. It's dumb. It's really dumb. And, there's a lot of times I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the world and I'm thinking, you know what? It probably wouldn't be a bad idea if Yellowstone popped. It probably wouldn't, It would just be whatever. Exactly. Touching anyone's else without permission is not acceptable. But, whatever. And I love all the double standards of, oh, well, you can do this. And, you know, I like this one thing I saw on, and I don't, you know, it's not like I condone abortions or anything else, but I saw this thing that made me laugh where this woman was saying, "Oh, well, you know, if you outlaw abortions, they'll just get one illegally." And then they had the thing that said gun rights advocate, and he was all, you know, it's like, hello, same fucking thing, you dumbasses. Oh shit. Let's see. It says similar situation. A trans person guy, two girl grabbed my hand and made me touch his tit. I did the same as you and cracked him in the square in the face because asked if I wanted to press sexual harassment charges. Yeah, you know, it's let's see, Blades when. Yeah, it's like, it's this craziness, man. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's cracking? No, man, I'm just bitching. One kind of cool thing that happened during the week though is I did get my trainer from Joshua Swanigan for the Cut 4.0. So my daughter's probably gonna end up breaking a rib or something with me on this because you know slashes, no big deal, but that hurts. That part right there hurts because it's blunted, you know. So you get hit in the soft spot with that. It's gonna hurt, especially we're doing full train. But yeah, I got that. What other positive things happened? So you guys know I've been working on my books. So I got 2 of the 3 novellas right now that are done. Thank you to Lyra for helping with this. So these are the first 2 books, Rusted Blade and 3 Simple Rules. And then I have, you know, obviously the pocket edition ones, which are actually pretty cool. And it's just really neat. It's really neat seeing, you know, a little tiny pocketbooks again. Because I used to really like my pocketbooks when I was a young man growing up and having little books and stuff like that. So it's actually kind of fun. Let's see. I heard you like Cold Steel. Yeah, I do like Cold Steel. I do indeed. In fact, I got my Cold Steel right here. This is my most favorite Cold Steel right here. Love it, love it, love it. It's one of my all-time fucking favorites. But see anything else? Oh yeah, and then for Father's Day, my wife spent way too much money. Fucking bought me a cool watch, which is kind of neat. I was kind of like, that's fucking awesome. We're fucking broke, but whatever. But you know, there it is. I guess it's the magic of credit cards. Like theoretically I could take these credit cards that I've been busting my ass off paying on. I could use those to buy patches. But the reality is, fuck man, I'll buy the patches, and the only motherfuckers that are gonna buy them are like these people right here. Look left, look right. That's who's gonna buy it. I have how many of the 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015. I don't really have very many 14s and 15s left anymore, to be honest with you. I think I have like maybe 2. But, you know, going from blue on, I got tons. And so I spent all that money on the shit, and it's like, for what? For what? So, yeah, I don't know. That the flag Unity patches might end up being pushed to 2020 just because no, I just don't have the money for it. I'm supposed to be trying to, you know, these are being published by Rymaz Publishing, and I'm supposed to be turning that into a legitimate LLC, but I don't have the $450 to do that. So, you know, it's just one of those things, guys, where I'm trying my best to do shit completely legit. I'm trying my best to be a very good example. And there is a part of me that is just done. Just done. Completely fed up. I mean, it is just, I'm sick of fuckers on the internet. I get every so often I get some really shitty fucking emails, or I get some shitty fucking posts and shit. You know, I delete them. but they still really fucking piss me off. I mean, they really fucking piss me off. You guys just don't know. I mean, it makes me so mad that I think I would give my left testicle, which incidentally is my favorite testicle. I would give my left testicle for the ability, for the magical ability to be able to take one of those people every month and be able to do whatever I want. And I guarantee you I would have some very interesting fucking videos with those fucking people. I would. And it makes me sad. It really does make me sad because, like I tell my son, I'm a good person, and I always try to help people. I try to shine light on people. Fuck, you guys pop a channel and you start it up. I try to, raise awareness and share and help you guys as much as I fucking can. Somebody's got a fundraiser, I try to help out. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Why is the left one my favorite? Because it's the bigger one, and it gets hurt more often, so I'm more fond of it because I try to protect it more. So I actually built a relationship with my left testicle more than my right. It just is. It's just one of those things that I joke about, but because I have, like, no joke, but I have like excessively large balls, and the left one always gets hurt because it's large and it's always in the way. And it's funny because this is just like this is TMI, but fuck, I don't care. But like there'll be times I get, like, before I met my wife and everything, when I used to be the ladies' man, I didn't always have a body of Thor. There was a time where I had the body of old Thor, and when I had the old Thor body, I had a lot of action. But it was always funny because we'd get ready to get down, and every fucking time they'd be like, "Holy shit, you have really big balls." And it would always be an awkward moment because I'd be like, "Is that a compliment, or what does that exactly mean?" And it never really fucking mattered. I mean, it is what it is. It's just one of those things, But every time somebody says, as men, we have these things. It's like, said, "Man, you got a pair of balls on you, don't you?" And it's like, I got the biggest on the block. And then I say that with pride, actually. I was like, "I got the biggest balls on the block, motherfucker." Because, sometimes you have to be ballsy to say things and do things. And I think good Heavenly Father said, "You know what? I'm not going to give him the biggest cock on the planet, but I'm going to give him a good pair of fucking balls for sure. He's going to have a good pair of brass balls." And so, fuck, it is what it is. Yeah, the ballalopes on this motherfucker, But it's just, it's just one of those fucking things, But all balls aside, it just the state of things is declining at such a rate that you just gotta shake your head, man. Like I'm currently writing a story right now, and it's a story. There's two brothers, and they're sitting there, and they're going through some crazy shit, and the one brother is really down to sacrifice for his other brother. They're not blood brothers, by the way. These are just kids that got kind of thrown together, and oh, AC/DC, big balls. She's got big balls. She's got big balls. The biggest balls of the ball. That's AC/DC. But they're two brothers, and they're not blood brothers. They grew up together. Their parents were killed. They got thrown into the slavery things. They escaped together. They grew up together. They opened a business together, and this is the foundation for you guys that we're on the real-time story time. This is the Harry situation story fleshed the fuck out. But anyway, there's a part where they're sitting there talking. "All right, Corley, see you later. Be safe." There's a part where one of them is making a really, 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 really big sacrifice for the other, and he's just kind of taken aback, like, "Wow, man, can't believe you do that for me." And he's like, "Man, you're my brother, And I think part of what's irritating me too is I see people throwing that brother around a little too loosely. You know what I mean? A little too loosely. I think there's some of these guys, they're taking a little bit of that military brotherhood and they're adopting it as their own, and they're taking, yeah, I would die for my brother and blah blah. I'm like, no you wouldn't. No you wouldn't. No you wouldn't. In fact, I doubt very seriously half these fuck, not even half. I doubt 90% of these motherfuckers would even bleed for their quote unquote brother. You know? And that's the thing that really pisses me off, because I'm a believe in show or go. Okay, show your shit or go. Get the fuck out of here. And I like to live by examples. If I tell somebody I'm going to do it, I do it. You know what I mean? And if I don't do it, I don't bullshit. I'll tell you why I am unable to do it. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't try to make myself sound better. If it sounds pathetic and it sounds fucking stupid, so be it. I really don't give a fuck. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I value myself. I respect myself. I love myself. And I give less than a flying fuck what anybody else thinks about me. And I see a lot of people talking that shit. I really don't care what people think about me. And that's like, okay, that's fine. You know? And I hear some of you right now in the back of your head, but Rob, you just said, you know, those people said those things and you got upset. I mean, if you don't give a fuck, you know, blah, blah. It's like, okay, no, don't get it twisted. There's a difference between me caring about what people think or say about me, and then there's a total different thing of being irritated when somebody comes in my front yard and takes a steamy pile of shit on it. Okay? That is aggravating and irritating. It doesn't, I'm not hurt like, oh, these persons said something bad about, or somebody came in my front yard and took a shit on my yard. Like, yeah, Rob, you're a piece of shit, so I'm taking a shit on your yard. I don't really care about the second half of them saying why they were shitting on my yard. I'm upset that they actually took a shit on my yard, because now I have to go and deal with that. You get what I'm saying? But I'm getting really sick and tired of these pussy ass motherfuckers. And a lot of these fuckers, I see them on Facebook, I see them on YouTube, and they talk this shit, and I'm just like, really? All right, I'm gonna start. I'm like a hair's breadth from just calling motherfuckers. I'm about ready to do a roll call and just call motherfuckers out and be like, you know what? You're so full of shit. You're so fucking full of shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing you talk. Because it's just, dude, shut the fuck up already. Seriously. Let's see. On a random tangent, you don't have to answer. Have you ever had a psycho fan that would die for you or maybe even kill you because they were obsessed with you? I would say yes. I'd say I have 2 of them. And I think longtime viewers probably can guess. But yeah, in the early days I had one. Oh my god, it was really scary actually. That fucker was sending me some really interesting presents. And I was like, wow, okay. And then in those ones, that particular person I didn't even do a video about, because I didn't really want to encourage that person's behavior. And I had one person that was straight telling me, I've had, yes, indeed, yes. Hey, what's up, Brian? Like, Brian's kind of crazy. Brian might fall into that category. Hey, Brian, would you like stalk me and like kill me and stuff? You know, because you're obsessed with me? I'm just fucking with you, but Brian's not like that. Brian's a smartass now. Brian might actually fucking just say, yes, Rob, I'm in your closet right behind you. And when the stream is done, I'm going to slit your throat. Because Brian's got a warm sense of humor like that. And that's why I love him. He's actually he's a good one. Most of the motherfuckers that are here right now, I'm very, very happy with. You know, I have no problems with that at all. There's like, I would hang out for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours with them. You know what I mean? And wear your skin like a mask. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. There's a couple. There's a couple that really. See, you made me look. You made me look, motherfucker. I was like, I did hear some clicking down here. Oh shit! Oh, look at that shit's fucking. See what you did. See what God. Look what you got started. There they go, Bronx. I got ropes and ball gag for you waiting. We're gonna turn Rob into the gimp. It's time to get the gimp out of the box. Let's get the gimp out of the box. Oh fuck. Yeah, see, I have to do this show. I have to do this show every Saturday because this is part of my sanity, which is why I started the Angry Jackalope show, to be honest with you guys, because, you know, you gotta have something to vent to. And I'm coming to the, oh dude, it's, you know what? Welcome to fucking YouTube, man. Welcome to YouTube. Just be careful. Just be careful, because you got family and shit, so you want to be careful. And just be like me. There's a reason I keep guns everywhere around me and knives on me all the time, because you never really know, man. You know, it could be the government wanting to shut us up, and they sick off one of these MK Ultras on us and make it look like it was a fucking fan gone crazy. Imagine that. I mean, that would fill a bunch of narratives, right? That would help with a whole bunch of different agendas. But you know, it's just frustrating to me. I was just telling my son, you know, and I was telling him, I said, you know, I think I kind of have to be that Green Day song, you know, I walk that lonely road, or the lonely road, or whatever that song is. And a lot of times I feel that way because you guys definitely feel a part of my life. I mean, you guys are definitely part of my life, and that's just, it is what it is. You know, you guys are a big, firm segment of it. And then, you know, I got my wife, and I got my kids, and then I got my friends, and the thing that just really sticks out at me. Again, I want to say thank you to Lyra. And you guys hear me say thank you all the time to her. But one thing I don't think you guys really have grasped is the fact that as a creative person, as a person that creates things, one of the things that brings me the greatest joy, pretty much over anything I can think of, is when somebody consumes something that I've created and they comment on it. I don't care if it's a good comment, a bad comment, an indifferent comment, but the fact that they took time out of their busy schedule to read my stuff and tell me what they think. And here's Lyra going a step above and beyond it and editing all of it and making suggestions and helping me to make it even better. And you guys need to give her a round of applause because she has the distinct title as the only person on the planet who has read everything that I've ever done. And that is pretty fucking amazing. So thank you again, Lyra. I don't know if you're still on or not, but if you are, but thank you. Because you, in doing so and constantly being there as kind of a voice to kind of talk about things with me, has made a big difference. So thank you. And, you know, I was telling my son, I said, you know, one day, son, when you're grown up, there will probably be somebody sitting across from you with thick glasses asking you all kinds of questions about your dad. Like, hey, what was it like growing up with your dad? And blah, 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 blah. And you have two choices to make, son, because you don't have to answer anybody's questions. You can answer either yes, and then say what you thought about growing up with me as your father, or you could tell that person to fuck off. It's none of your fucking business. You don't have an obligation to tell shit to anybody. But Lyra, I'm pretty sure at some point, somebody will probably be sitting with you asking you similar questions like, hey, what was it like? You know, you got to read everything before the world really ever was exposed to Robert R. Ricks. Like, what were your thoughts as you read it? And she's probably going to be like, this motherfucker was nuts. He's fucking nuts, but I enjoyed it because he's fucking nuts. And I think you kind of have to be that way. I've come to the realization that the suffering and the pain that I go through all the time and everything just makes me. I got the next one. It's going to be coming pretty soon. I'll be finishing it tonight. That'll be Harry Situations. I think you're going to like this one. It's fun. But I think the pain and the suffering is necessary because I was telling my son, the thing that connects us all together, the thing that we all have in common is the pain. We all will experience pain. We all will experience hurt. And it's through that empathy and that understanding that helps to inspire and all this other stuff. So I said, if that's my lot in life, it's just to be a Hemingway hero. Fuck it. Whatever. I'll wear that bitch like my big balls. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Brian, I told my mother on the phone, I'm upset. I told her someone broke into the RV. I hung up her just because I upset. Then I get a call later from my cousin and she says I'm accusing her of the... Oh, Jesus Christ. See, oh shit, somebody broke into your RV. That fucking sucks, dude. Doesn't that let you know when somebody breaks into your shit? Doesn't it have that's a weird violation? Isn't it just a weird fucking thing? Yeah, if that's the funny thing about guilt. If somebody suspects they're getting caught, then they will call up and they will talk a lot of shit and blah blah blah. See, people that know me know better than to do that because I will show up at your place and I'll start looking. And if I find my shit, there's problem. You know what I mean? There's problem. Seeing my cousin has a guilty conscience about it. She was pissed. Yeah, you know what? That's like kind of like homophobes, right? Like they're so violently against homosexuality and blah blah blah, but then you find out, oh, the ones that were talking the biggest shit, they were the closet gays, right? And you're like, fuck, dude, are you serious? I hate. There's a few things. There's a few things in life that will just raise me to a 10 ready to kill. And it's, obviously I'm going to get rid of the obligatory ones, like if you fuck with my family and my wife and blah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just pet peeves. One of those is when you lie to my fucking face. If you lie to my face, I mean, even, white lies, like I tolerate white lies. Like if I say, do you think I look really fucking fat? No, Rob, I think you're husky, nigga. I think you're husky. You're not fat, dude. You're not like jelly fat. You all right, cool. You cool, man. I love you for that. You know what I mean? Because you're trying not to hurt my feelings, right? But the motherfuckers that just lie to your fucking face, it's like, yeah, man, some dude's fucking my wife right now. Really? Man, that motherfucker, man, you know what? You need to find that motherfucker and you need to take a cue stick and stick it up their fucking penis hole, man. Damn, dude. Stick it up their penis hole, huh? Not the asshole? I think the penis hole might be a little hard to jam a cue stick in. You know what I'm saying, man? Fuck that shit. I would burn. And then you find out that's the motherfucker been fucking your wife. So it's bad enough he was fucking a wife, but to sit there bold-faced lie to your fucking face, that's like, dude, that's, you done really fucked yourself at that point. Like, if a motherfucker was fucking my wife, and I'm like, dude, I know my wife's cheating on me and blah blah blah, and I'm real fucked up about it, and whatever. And he looks at me and he's like, dude, I know you're gonna beat my ass or whatever, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's like it did happen. It was me. I would be like, I'll be fucking hella stuck, like. Because one, I would never expect fucking a motherfucker to be real and honest about it. And then two, I'm going to look at him like, dude, you are the bravest sumbitch on the planet. And then there would be probably 15 seconds where I really want to kill the motherfucker. But then I would pause and go, okay, hold up. Okay, basically we're done as friends. But as a man to a man, fuck. Okay, you know what? You just horny. Fine. Just go ahead and go. He'd split. And I go home and I deal with the wife. You know what I mean? But these motherfuckers that just lie, and then they don't even lie about important. Like, you could argue that one, like, that's a tough one, Rob. They like, okay, oh, that's a tough one, okay. But some motherfuckers just lie for the fucking sake of lying. And then the other one is thievery. Oh, a motherfucker steals some shit. Dude, I used to deal with that shit growing up. Motherfuckers would steal my shit constantly. We'd invite them over to the house, and my dad would be like, hey, man, something's missing, and blah, blah. And one of your fucking little knucklehead friends stole something. I'm like, no, my friends wouldn't steal shit. And I go to their house, I'd see that shit. I'm like, hey, man, that's my dad's fucking... No, man. No, my dad done bought this for me, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now you're adding lying to thievery, you know? I can't handle that shit, man. I can't. And when it's so-called family doing it, that's when you're just like, I will fucking slit your titties off, but I respect myself too much and my mom to do this. Just know you're a worthless hunk of shit and don't come near my shit again. Done. Oh my god, dude. The one-uppers? The one-uppers? Oh my god. It's one thing when you want to participate in a conversation, right? So there'll be times where somebody will say, you know, I'm a storyteller. So somebody tells a story and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I got a story that's very similar to that. And then I'll say mine and I'm like, well, yours is fucking, dude, I can't believe a bear actually raped you. I only got bit by a squirrel, but you got raped by a bear. How does that fucking happen? You know what I mean? I try to make it a collaborative environment. We're both like suffering together. I got bit by a squirrel. You got raped by a bear. I don't go, like, you have those friends, right? They go like this. You got raped by a bear, huh? Ever tell you a time that I got raped by 3 bears and my ass muscles were so strong that I was able to flex it and rip off their dicks, and then I turned around and I raped those bears? Did I ever tell you that story? And you're just looking at them like, the fuck? I had a friend when a PlayStation 1 came out. The PlayStation 1 came out, and it was real hard to get a PlayStation. PlayStation 2. It was really hard at Christmas to get your hands on a PlayStation 2. I remember we had to go to the back of a dock of a store. We did some backhanded, underhanded shit. Like, we tipped motherfuckers and we bribed motherfuckers, and we got 3 PlayStation 2s because we had family that wanted PlayStation 2s, and we got them. And we were telling our homie, yeah, we got a PlayStation 2. This motherfucker said this. PlayStation 2 just came out. And he's like this. PlayStation 2. Are you kidding me? Dude, I've got a PlayStation 4. I got friends that work at Sony. That's old tech. I got the PlayStation 4 at home right now. That's right. I'm beta testing. I am testing out next-gen games. Fuck your PlayStation 2. Me and my friend, we looked at each other like, all right, well, yeah, have fun with your fucking PlayStation 4. We're like, PlayStation 4? What the fuck is he talking about? PlayStation 2 just brand new. We knew inevitably there would be a PlayStation 4 unless they changed the naming conventions or something. But we knew at some point, this dude didn't even go PlayStation 3. He said PlayStation 4. We're like, wow, what the fuck? And then we walked away and we were perplexed as fuck. Like my friend said, what do you think he gets out of that? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Why would you make up some shit like that? And we all knew he was completely full of shit, you know? Yeah, you know what though? It's like we don't want to, man. It's like you get people like that in there, and everybody, like the whole group of people that you're hanging with, they all give them the look like this. Anyway, and that's what we all do. We go, anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, you know, we got this little cup and it was really interesting. And yeah, mine has lasers. And blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, if you get alcohol involved, sooner or later, somebody is so fed up with them. Like, dude, shut up with your fucking lies, you fucking idiot. And then the guy gets butthurt. You guys don't believe me. I have all this. I work for the government. I was CIA. Oh, I got the best. Oh my God, I got the best one for you guys. How about this one? Friends that just make shit up so they sound badass. Okay? We weren't even talking about fights or nothing else. We're at a pool hall. Oh, that's him. Sniper. Oh my God. Check this out, Simicon. We're shooting pool. And this dude's sitting there. And we're shooting pool. And he comes out. And he's sitting there talking this crazy shit. And this dude was always leeching. Like, we would all kind of tip in and play for pool. This motherfucker never threw money in. So we said, okay, we're going to get something on his ass. So he kept talking all this crazy shit. And then one day he was talking about, yeah, one time I had to shoot through this kid to get to this guy. And this one bitch was eating it up. She's believing this shit. She's believing it. And I'm like, oh, do I want to cock block this dude? No, I'm not going to cock block. But we're going to fuck him up. So we went to the owner. We told him, hey man, this dude never pays. Soon as he hits the head, we're bouncing. And when we bounce out, when he comes out, snatch him, make him pay for the shit. And he's like, all right. Because he would hear this dude talking this crazy shit. And the owner of this place was military before. I don't know what branch he was, but he was definitely military. Okay. So, dude gets up to take piss. He's happy because he thinks he's going to fucking bed this honey later. We tell her, come on. We all break out. Boop, 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 boop. We're sitting out on the cars. He goes in. The owner snatches him. Hey man, you need to pay for the time you guys play pool. He goes, no man, I'm not paying. He goes, no, you're gonna fucking pay. Homeboy gets pissed off. He pays. It's like $30. It wasn't that big of a deal. Buster comes out talking wild shit. And I said, hey man, you former Navy SEAL, this, that, and everything else, and you can kill a man with your bare hands and all this other shit, and you've shot through children, and I just listed out all the shit, the crazy shit he said. He said, yeah, what about it? He said, what about it? And I looked at him, and I looked at the girl, and I started laughing. I said, check this out. And I hit his ass. I nailed his ass. And I did one of them fucking sucker punches. Like, he should have seen it coming because I was like this. I said, dude, for real? And I turned like this and I looked at her. Whack! And I caught him. Blam! He went jello. I didn't let him go down. Picked his ass up, slammed him on his own fucking car. Right? And I let him get up. I said, get up, motherfucker. Come on now. You the Navy SEAL. Come on now. Get some. Hardcore. Let's go, right? He gets up. He's like, yeah, anybody fucker sucker punch, fucking faggot. I said, all right. I said, get your bearings. I went and I sat on my car and did like this. And I waited for him. I said, go ahead, get ready. Let me know you're ready. And there everybody is talking this shit. Come on, dude. Go get a drink. Here. One dude gave him a 5. Go drink. Get something. He's like, fuck you guys, fucking assholes. I'm like, no, come on, dude. It's all good. Work it off. Walk it off. You're a Navy SEAL, man. Sucker punch shit. No, come on. Drop it. Take a knee. You know? And I'm just waiting for him. And he's like, ugh. And I was waiting. I said, you feel better now? Like, fucking 30 minutes. I'm like, are you ready now? And I walked up and I did one of these. Here, we'll do one of these. Check this out. That's where you're supposed to punch me. Right here. Come on, Navy SEAL, let's do this. Fucking bitch ass. He got in his fucking car. Drove out. I said, you fucking bitch. He never showed back up. He didn't try to show back up. He went to a different pool hall. And then later on, we found out he was at that pool hall. And we all said, hey, let's go to that pool hall. We went to that pool hall and he fucking... No, fucking... I hate those fuckers. Hate them. So anyway, let's see here. And catch back up here. I messed up on a bunch of shit here. Glad my sister lives elsewhere because of, let's see here. Her family, sisters, brothers, parents, all criminals. Let's see. Denied age. Know something about Brian. My sister's done that a few times. This fucking sucks, man. I hate hearing this shit. My sister's she just has addiction problems, but she doesn't steal shit or nothing, so I don't really care too much about it. Glad my sister lives elsewhere because of her lying and drama and thieving. Ugh. Ugh. Let's see. I disowned my sister 10 years ago because of the same reason. That fucking sucks, Lyra. I didn't know that. Sasquatch, let's see. Might be buying a Honda 1996 Shadow motorcycle. Nice. Sorry, Lyra. No, my sister made her own bed. She has burned every bridge, every family member. It sucks. You can't believe a word they say. You can't help them. See, that's, a lot of times we start having people like that. A lot of times what goes hand in hand in that is like addiction and shit. And you know what? Part of me is really sympathetic in regards to that because my dad, my hero growing up, he fell victim to fucking a drug addiction and became a shell of the fucking person that he always was in my mind. And and I just, when I see somebody that I grew up with that I thought was fucking Superman get taken out by fucking addiction, shit just breaks your fucking heart, and the lies and the thievery and all that shit just goes hand in hand with it. It's really sad. Really sad. Let's see. Sin says I lose my filter when I drink. Well, a lot of people do. That's why they call it being uninhibited, right? Heard about a new product from Sam Adams, a beer that has electrolytes and stuff for post-workout drink. Oh man, don't tell me they put chia seeds in that. That's gonna piss me off because no, I guess they wouldn't put chias because that would just be a slow release of the alcohol later. I had a thing called Barman's Friend. I was gonna put out. It was chia seeds, electrolytes, and some amino acids and stuff that you would put in a glass of water. Let it absorb all of the water and everything, and you would drink it before you would go get hammered, and then that way later on in the night when you're passed out, all of the water would be released from the chia seeds, and then you wouldn't have as bad of a hangover. But yeah, that would, the electrolytes and stuff like that, they'd probably put some amino acids in there, probably help out with the stuff. So yeah, blood doesn't have really anything to do with family, and that's kind of what I touch on in this story that I'm working on, I'm finishing right now, called Harry's Situation. Those two, they're probably the definition of family, just because their love for each other and what they're willing to do for each other and the things that they understand and stuff like that. Versus, I got some family, if I ever did dirt, they'd be quick to call the cops, quick to snitch me out. But I have some friends that if I got into situations where I needed to bury a body, they'd be right there with a fucking shovel. So, it just goes to show you, the idea of blood being thicker than water and family and stuff like that. It only holds if the person who is supposedly the blood family member has honor and virtue. If there's no honor and there's no self-worth there, then fuck them. They're not going to look after anybody but themselves. Really, it comes down to moral compass, moral values, and honor. And honor is one of those fucking things that is absent in a vast majority of people now. Honor is... And that's what breaks my heart. That's what breaks my heart. Because when I found out when I was young that I was Japanese, that was the first thing I started fixating and learning about was Kodo Bushido and honor and things like that. And I was enamored with it. And I was enamored with the Knights of Europe and chivalry and code and things like that. And I thought, how awesome is it to have a code of conduct that you live your life by and you aspire to be that and more. You put those ideals above your own selfish desires. I thought, man, that requires such a strength of character, And I grew up with that. And I grew up, my father, before the addiction and everything, really hammered accountability into me, which is the biggest irony, right? It's the biggest irony is that the person who was the most fundamental in my character makeup was also the one that kind of inadvertently broke my heart in regards to father figures and things of that nature. And he wasn't blood. He was my stepfather. He wasn't my biological father. He was my stepfather. And he taught me, if you do something, you take you take ownership in it. And it was funny because he used to love cop show. I think it was Beretta. Would have had that tagline, "Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't do it." And it was one of those things where he would point to that and be like, "Damn right. You know, if you're gonna do something." Like, I think even one time he encouraged us to be criminals, and he said, if you're gonna be a criminal, be the very best fucking criminal and don't get caught. You know, and if you do get caught, understand you made the conscious decision to do it. Deal with the outcome of it. You know. And I remember thinking about that, going, "Wow," you know. And I think I paraphrased that with my own children. I said, "Look, if you're going to be a garbiologist, then be the best garbage man on the fucking planet," you know. And I think it's important for people to remember too, regardless of wherever you get the message from, even if it's a hypocritical source, if it's a good message, it's a fucking good message. And that's kind of one of the things that I get from people that are very anti-religion and everything else, and they harp on religious documents and things of that nature. And I'm like, you know, you can hate the pedophile priest and everything else, but understand, even though he was a criminal and a monster and everything else, the things that he was preaching about, while he was too weak to follow, does not mean that those are worthless. Because if that was the case, everything that my father had fought hard to teach me, and if I had said, well, you know, he's a drug addict and he's a fucking, you know, he fucked the family over and everything else, fuck it, all of his things is null and void, then that would be like, that'd be dumb, right? Knowledge is knowledge, regardless wherever it comes from. And I think understanding that, and understanding also that we should all aspire to be much more than we are currently. Like, none of us is perfect, but it doesn't mean we can't strive for perfection. And if you're making that conscious effort every single day to be a little bit better than you were the day before, even if you fall short on a certain day, who cares? You're still walking the walk. You're still doing what you're supposed to do, you know? And I think people are just way too hard on themselves, but I think also times there's a lot of people that aren't hard enough on themselves. You know, they don't hold themselves to that level of excellence. And I think that's why we see this world turning to shit. There's too many weak-willed people that too fucking lazy, too much instant gratification. They don't want to work for it. They feel entitled, and there's no honor. And that's what really fucking sucks. Let's see here. Can't deal with the bullshit like that, Rob. I enjoy busting people out on their BS. Yeah, there's a sense of gratification when you do that. You know, at the same time, kind of have to pick your battles, because sometimes you bust a person out, you've created an enemy, and now they're looking to pot shot you all the time, and we don't need distractions like that. We don't. I mean, yeah, it's good to call people out on bullshit. I'm not saying not to do that. I'm just saying, just understand there's always consequences for our actions. And sometimes by being righteous and calling fuckers out, now we got them to worry about forever. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Family is a verb. Family is a person that will walk through fire with you. Go to the tarp. Yep. Rob Ricks, the Celtic samurai. God created whiskey to keep the Irish from ruling the world. Fuck. You know, that may be true. And I was telling my son, I said, you know, I could have been an alcoholic many times, but I don't drink to solve my problems. And I mean, at the beginning of this cast, I said, fuck, I should get drunk. Yeah, it was me being upset, being angry. You notice I did not open that bottle. It's sitting right here. It's right here. This is good too. It's good shit. It is right here. But did not open it, did not drink it, because I have a personal rule with myself. I don't drink when I'm mad, and I don't drink when I'm sad. So that's that. I just don't do it. But I will drink the fuck out of this poison Coca-Cola, because I am a fat ass, and that is my vice. So that's that. Let's see. Top's new Viking Tactics blade looks good. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that one, I don't think. I don't think they hate the religion. I think they hate the people that represent the religion. I think so too, but again, it's just laziness on certain points. I think some people because they're mad at a certain thing, they just blanket everything else that could have been part of, and it's just lazy. It's just lazy thinking. Instead of saying, yeah, Father McGregor of the blah 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 is a piece of shit for fucking little boys, and I hope they bend him over and stick hot razors up his asshole and pour alcohol right after it, or maybe acid, as they castrate him with no nothing to numb it, would be great. But it's just one of those things, man. I definitely think the world needs to change. I definitely think there needs to be a lot more violence in it, and I definitely think there needs to be holding people accountable for their actions a lot more. And I also believe that people that walk the right path should be rewarded and not looked at like, yeah, that's expected, and then the assholes that are acting a fool and completely misbehaving being rewarded and turned into celebrities. I think that is a retarded backward way of creating a society. Like that, catch me outside, how about that bitch? I think somebody should have took her in the backyard and shot her in her fucking face, and and for that matter, even Dr. Phil. Like, I can't even stand that fucking guy. Or Jerry Springer, or all the rest of these fuckers that parade these idiots about, who say, hey, look at the fucking monkey show. Yay, let's turn these monkeys into fucking celebrities. We have enough of that we can see in our real lives. We don't need that shit plastered across TV for impressionable young minds to look at and go, wow, if I act like that, I get rewarded with TV. Baiting. Stupid. It's just dumb. And I'm really sad when I hear people like bragging they never read a book. Oh, why do I read a book? I can wait for the movie. I don't know, maybe because reading works out your brain, which is very, very in need of a workout. Which is why I'm doing shit like this. I'm creating little micro books so that people look at it and go, oh, I could read that. That's really easy. And I hear that. I hear this constantly. People that don't read, that have looked at this, said, dude, I'd read that. That's small. Good. Then I'm doing my part. I'm trying to make the world better. You get what I'm trying to do? It's like everything I do is with an agenda. And paid is usually low on that objective. You know what I mean? For example, you know why these are frowned upon in the literary world? Why they do not take this form of literature seriously, the novella? They don't take it seriously because there's no margin here. This is basically $3 and some odd cents to print it, I think, and I'm charging $4.25, and I usually mark it down as far as they will allow me to mark it down to get this in the hands of people. So I am more fixated on getting these into as many people's hands as possible to get people reading, where the publishers and those guys, all they care about is the bottom line of making money, which I don't fault them. If you create a business, fundamentally, you want to make money. But you also have an obligation to society to get books into people's hands so that they can feed their fucking brain. That's why I like Patterson. Patterson, shit, he gave a few $1 million worth of books away for free to get to people to read. And I think that's our responsibility. Our responsibility is not just to us and our individual families, which is our blood family, but it's also to our extended family, which is the rest of the world. If we start caring about each other and we start to really lift each other, and we make it a point, if somebody lifts us up, to turn around and lift another person up, then the world will only get better. The world won't get worse. I guarantee you, if we all are helping each other, there's no way possible that the world could get worse. Because it can only get better because we're helping each other. Somebody's on the ground and you pick them up and you keep moving, and then they turn around and then they pick somebody up, and they turn around and pick somebody up, and they turn around and pick somebody up, and they turn around and pick somebody up. Just for good, not to get views on YouTube or in this other bullshit, but just the sake of good for goodness sake. I think, isn't that like Santa Claus shit right there? Be good for goodness sake. That will make the world a better fucking place. So anyway, what did I miss? Ooh, Mexican Coke is the best. No, it's not fucking Mexican. I'm broke. I'm drinking this cheap shit with the, what is it? With not only the phosphoric acid, which is gonna fuck my bones up even more, the high fructose corn syrup. Ugh, at least a fucking Mexican Coke is made with real fucking sugar. God damn it. Let's see. I'm angry, but I'm not drinking my beers because I'm mad. Yeah, I got you. Instagram tops. Oh, I need to go look at it. Oh, I haven't. You know what? I just woke up. Well, shit, it's been 5 hours now, but this is still relatively morning, afternoon. Like, I got up, I did some stuff, cleaned around the house, I got the kids situated, fed them dinner, and I just am now kind of sitting down. And this is my first real thing to do right here. And so no, I haven't had a chance to look at my Instagram, my Twitter, my blah 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 blah, all that shit. I'll look at that a little bit. Let's see. Do. There was an interesting guest on Coast to Coast a few nights ago. He says God is electricity. Well, electricity is energy, and we live in an electric universe. Everything around us is powered by electricity, including our brains, and our brains are the things that are basically creating the reality around us. So saying God is electricity wouldn't be far-fetched, considering that electricity exists in pretty much damn near everything. So I could see that. Let's see. Can't forget the boys from Highlands. Instagram. Let's see. During my goth days, I had a priest tell me I was a spawn of Satan, so I don't go to church anymore because of hypocrisy. You don't have to go to church to have religion in you. You don't fuck churches and all the other stuff. Churches are part of a ritualistic thing that some people find solace and comfort, and they find tradition in and stuff like that. And church can be a beautiful thing. For a long time, I was very uncomfortable going in church, almost to the point where I felt like shit. If somebody threw holy water on me, I'd probably sizzle. But I think really the path that you take is your own path. You don't need somebody to tell you what to do. Now, there could be points in your journey where you're kind of confused about something, and you might want somebody who's a little more versed or may have spent more time studying to give you a perspective on it. And that's one of the cool things about YouTube. There's a lot of really interesting points of view from a religious point of view regarding scripture and stuff that is really interesting. Like, I just came across a guy another day that had a really crazy point of view about legion. When Jesus was walking and he came across a man who said he had legion within him, this guy did such a good job breaking down what his point of view of what legion was. And it wasn't demons. It was all of our wanton desires, sex, alcohol, overindulgence in food, and just lies and deceit and things like that. That all of those things all combined together form legion. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I like that. That's actually a very interesting thing. See, here's the thing about searching for the higher path and everything else. It's a path you can walk completely alone. It's a little more interesting when you start to engage other people and see what other people's points of views are, because that's what makes human beings interesting, is the collaboration and conversation. For example, the Mayan code was not broken by a scholarly person. It wasn't somebody very smart. It was kind of an open summerfest where a bunch of people came together and was kind of all just powwowing in different walks of life. And somebody kind of blurted out, well, what if they were just pancaked on top of each other? And then somebody said, huh? Oh shit, that's a three-dimensional cliff. And then they started to decipher some of the Mayan workings and stuff. So, it's like that too with religion and your spiritual path. Like, for me, in my walk with the Heavenly Father, and I call it the Heavenly Father, I don't call it God or Lord or anything else, that way. If I say something like, God damn it, I'm not taking my Heavenly Father's name in vain. I'm taking something else's name in vain. But that's my own personal belief system. You guys will come across your own thing, and you guys are walking your own path. And I don't believe, like, if you're not Christian or whatever, you're gonna burn in hell or whatever. And my personal belief with Jesus Christ is a very strange one. My belief with the Heavenly Father is as solid as granite. It's like there's nothing you could do to make me turn away from my Heavenly Father. But in regards to the story of Jesus Christ, I have quite a few issues, and I'm working through those. And I'm not saying that those are outright lies or anything else. I just think that there are things that we don't have all the information on. So, but I do have weird things that happen all the time whenever I start to deal with the concept of Jesus Christ. Like in my story Infernal Justice, there was a lot of weird shit that went down as I was writing that. And it ended up being a very, very pro-Jesus story, even though it is probably one of the darkest fucking things I've ever written in my entire life. It's just really weird how certain things come about. But anyway, people are people. And the same as they say when you're dealing with evil, like we, with the armor of God, we don't deal with fleshly beings. We deal with, principalities of evil. It's the same thing when you're looking at the forces of good, right? You're not these fleshy fucking idiots talking about you're a spawn of Satan. If anything, that person was a spawn of Satan for saying some shit like that, because he's breaking one of the foundational rules, which is, only God. And I'm giving exact literal breakdown. Only God can judge you, right? So I would say only the Heavenly Father can judge you. So here is a man, a fleshly person, passing judgment on you where he has no authority and no right according to the highest rules that govern his priesthood. So fuck him. And if he gets a bunch of hellspawn up his asshole, good for him, because he broke one of the foundational rules. So, fuck him. You don't need church. You don't need any of that. And we all have righteous code written within us. We all know right from wrong. If we choose to do wrong, regardless of whatever the reason is, we understand we're choosing to do wrong. And that's something you'll deal with on your own. I don't really give a shit. It's like I tell people all the time, like I know people have done completely illegal, horrible, law-breaking things that from a moral point of view, I go, oh, God, I can't believe you did that, right? And I go, shit. But when I deal with that person, I'm like, I still love you. I really don't care. You get to do that to a bunch of fucking nuns, and it's not my place to judge you, But don't expect to be anywhere near my children or my family without me around. So, it's just one of those things. And so I don't know. I get irritated when I hear shit like that. So, Vixen, don't allow a voice box for potential evil things to sway your path, because you'll find your own thing. Don't worry about nobody else, because what you do is what you do. That's the only thing that matters. And I think fundamentally in life, if you're learning and you're progressing and you're growing and you're stretching and you're being the authentic you, fuck it. You're playing the role you're meant to be here to play. Fuck everybody else. You know what I mean? Idiocracy coming true. You got that right. Parents shouldn't use the TV, internet, games to do their job. Yeah, that's a tough order, though. I mean, when you've got two parents working full-time jobs and they're struggling in their own personal relationships, and they're struggling to make ends meet, and they're struggling for this and they're struggling for that, and they've got this screaming child that they can't seem to pacify, and they put on the Wiggles, and suddenly when mashed potato starts playing, and kids are there's solace and there's comfort in that. It's extremely difficult to be a parent, and for every parent, I applaud you for even making the effort, because it is a thankless fucking job, and it is so fucking hard, because there is no right way to be a parent. There really isn't. You could do everything you think is right and still fuck a kid up. You could still fuck a kid up, and despite your best of intentions, the kid still ends up fucked up. And you're just like, wow, worked for me. I don't know why it didn't work for them. And I've seen that too many fucking times. Let's see. Ybor has changed since they built that tourist trap center. I don't know what that is. A friend of mine had a Halloween shop in Ybor, Brian. Oh, you guys are talking about a place. That's funny, Brian. You and Sin would club at the same place. I was out of the country in those days. Cool Garden, which one? Just got my phone back in after 2 weeks without and no internet. I was wondering where the fuck you were, Garen. I was talking about you and Paula earlier. I said, fuck, I hope they're alright. I have no way of knowing if anything fucking happens to you guys. You know what I mean? I'm a backyard Baptist. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Whatever path you guys walk is your fucking path. And, you know, as long as you're trying to be a force of good to help, I don't see any reason we'd ever have a point of contention where we would be at odds. You know, we're all kind of aligned in what we want. We want the world to be better. Let's see. I get my church in the woods, as Brian would say. I dance naked in the woods, blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with nature. You know, the Japanese have a definite Shinto belief where nature plays a prevalent role. I think we all owe this planet a lot of servitude. The planet provides for us, and we should be taking care of the planet as well. So, you know, dancing naked in the woods. I think the woods need to laugh sometimes too and have a good time. So, seeing us fumble around naked would be funny, right? Let's see. Same guest says that the devil is simply the solid matter in the universe. See, I think there's intelligence on both sides. I think there's intelligence on the side of good, and I think there's intelligence on the side of evil. And I think those are also probably man-made, but need to be there. But there is definitely darkness. There's definitely a conscious dark force that's out there, because I've seen it, and it scared the shit out of me. So it is what it is. You guys believe what you want to believe, but I know what I've seen and I know what I've experienced, and I think there's definitely something out there that really wants to fuck us in the ass. Legendary Pictures is trying to get the license for Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. Gamera stomps Godzilla, in my honest opinion. I'd all have some trees to clear. All right, Jay, be safe. And we're gonna end this pretty quick here too. We're already at an hour and 30 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, Brian, did you hear about the video of the lifeguard catching an alligator in the surf? Whoa. Let's see. Yeah, I was 8, just my dad and me. He would leave for work at 5 a.m. I'd be by myself, cook breakfast, ride my bike to school and home. Dad would get home around 6 and we would have dinner. Yeah, that's not uncommon, man. And you know, they call that latchkey kids. A lot of times your parents were working, you'd have a key to the house, you'd have to take yourself to school, eat your breakfast, all the other stuff, and that was that. But but again, I'm not hard on parents who are trying, and I'm not hard on parents that fail but have tried. Lord knows, I don't know if necessarily the way that I parented my kids were the right things. Hindsight's 2020. Internet. Internet is the devil. Internet is definitely the thing that has fucked so many people's perception of reality. It's not good. I mean, the internet is good in certain ways, but at the end of the day, I don't know if the good weigh out the bad of this thing called the internet. And there's a part of me that loves it because I get to do stuff like this with you guys. But then there's another part of it that I look at and go, fuck, I don't know if it's good. I really don't. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. There will be a show tomorrow. Just a reminder, I won't be doing a show next week, Saturday. There will be a video, though. So there will probably be a video for the Angry Jackalope show. And there will probably be there definitely will be a video for the Robert R. Ricks one, and that one's probably going to be the revised version of Harry situation. So anyway, all right, guys, I will see you guys when I see you. Be good, love each other, really just make an effort to really help each other out, and because we are right at the edge we're staring at the abyss of some really bad shit. And so it could go bad or it could be good. But if it does go bad, keep your head on a swivel and really look out after each other, okay? All right, guys. I will talk to you later.